Today being Sunday, the 2nd June of 2019, we are at Accra, Domic Pillar 2. No visa to be precise. We are commissioning the Accra sector Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation, and I'm going to grant some interviews. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Joseph, tell me how Sheikh's Orphan Aid originated.
Okay, earlier on today, I just had a summary about how it started. It started when my CEO called me one fateful afternoon that he wanted to start something like this. Okay, so we had a lengthy talk about it, and then he said we should just start something. We should just design a logo and see how it's going to be. So he just placed the logo online on every social media platform he was on it, and boom, people were like, wow, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We really have to do it. So from then, we just have to register and then take things to where we are now.
What does it take for someone to register?
Okay, so if someone wants to register, what you do is you visit any of our offices. If you are incapable of going to our offices, you just give us a call. And then we have three membership type of packages. We have the bronze package, we have the silver package, and we have the golden package. With every level of membership, um, uh, we see you as a full member. The money involved is as a respect to your commitment, okay? Because we virtually giving you the money back. Like when you are registering for the bronze, you pay 20 cedis. When you register for the silver, you pay 50 cedis. And when you register for the gold, you pay 100 cedis. And with all these monies, we give you souvenirs in return. You have your ID card, you have your shirt, and other souvenirs. So in return, we are just giving you back your money.
In respect to what happened here today, tell me about the ongoing project.
Okay, so currently we are embarking on a project called Agrek and Capacity Building. But what we did here today is about the capacity building aspect. So what we are doing is that we are picking the less privileged, the needy, who really want to make a living to sustain themselves. You see, when I see someone on the roadside, every day I give the person a peswa. He's going to be there every day begging for a peswa. But let's say I give the person a skill to sustain the person. Okay, so the whole idea is that we want to stop giving cash, but really teaching them how to fish by themselves to sustain themselves. So that's what today was about. We are launching that project to tell people out there that if you know that you are in crisis, you are in that kind of state, shaking, you should come visit our office and then enroll in our capacity building project. It's totally free. What we need you to do is your seriousness. It's totally free.
Thank you. I want to ask one last question. There are so many NGOs, so tell us, why should we come to Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation?
That's a very nice question. There are currently plenty number of NGOs around, and then what makes us different from others is that our way of operation is different. We see everybody's idea, everybody's involvement to be as equally important as the head or the foundation, and then we see to it that ours is not the business aspect, but really doing the work on the ground. You see, some NGOs are like, what is in for us when you're also helping these people? Some people will be like, what is the business aspect of it? But ours is just the humanitarian work. That's what we do. That makes us different from others. There is no kind of network marketing, bring maybe 100 cities in a month time you give it. No, we don't do that business here. We are purely solely into the humanitarian aspect.
Okay, thank you, Brother Joseph. Thank you for being here.
Thank you too.
What is your name?
I'm Desmond Pra.
Desmond Pra. Which region are you from?
Actually, I'm the head of Accra chapter.
Accra chapter. Oh, that's nice. Okay, tell me how this Accra chapter came in mind.
Actually, it's been a discussion. When we thought about the foundation, we were not looking at limiting ourselves to a demographic area. We were not also looking at just limiting ourselves to a geographical area as well. We looked at broadening it throughout the country. And when we started with Kumasi, we thought that the next place we have to hit was Accra. So Accra was the second chapter that came into establishment. So that is how it all started. It was like the passion we had to help the less privileged within the Accra communities. That is why we brought it all here to help these less privileged ones.
Okay. Um, Looking at what happened here today, we were talking about a project ongoing. Can you tell me much about the project, the period of duration, and people involved?
Yeah, our vision is to help over 10,000 people across the country. And we are looking at helping 2,000 from the various chapters that we have. And and the project is actually something that has been really thought of. We have come to realization that a lot of people are not just okay with the kind of help that we give them, because one, they are always in expectation for more. So we thought it wise that no, we don't want to help just one person. We believe that when we help one person, it should affect every other person that comes along with that very person. That is why we came up with this capacity building. We realize that when we build capacities, it can affect families, neighbors, community, and the nation as a whole.
Okay. Desmond, tell me, why should I invest? Why should I help this foundation?
When you invest in this project, you are helping a whole community, because it is people that makes up a community. Now, when you help an individual in a particular condition, you have saved all others that depend on that person. So, investing and supporting this project is as a role helping to eradicate people that mistakenly can become armed robbers in our communities, can become dropouts in our communities, can become dangerous to our community. You give them a reason to live again. You give them a reason to hope for a future, a reason to become beneficiaries and contributors to our country, a reason to help our dear country. So that is how it is. So helping us, or helping the foundation to achieve its goals, is at the long run helping all the less privileged ones within the countries.
As a sponsor, what do I stand to benefit?
Wonderful. I love this. The foundation is so much connected with their sponsors. Our sponsors are people that we really cherish a lot, because they are those that fuel us, our activities. What we do is that we provide marketing tools. We have our promotions that we give to our sponsors. Our media team goes to the sponsors, promotes their businesses, their projects, and then whatever ventures that our sponsors are doing, we promote them on all our social jangles. We use them as our promo tags in all of our events that we do. We also have t-shirt tags that we tag our sponsors, logos and things on. And we are looking at all our trainees are going to wear these t-shirts. And wherever they are, the names of our sponsors will be announced there. That means that we are helping our sponsors' name to become a household name. And it is more. We also make mention of our sponsors whenever we visit the radio stations, the televisions, and everything. There is so much more. There is so much more our sponsors enjoy from us. And also one other thing, all our trainees who have specific assignments or skills that our sponsors need, we take them there to do internships, free services at our sponsors' location. And that is something big that any sponsor can ever benefit.
Those things are spectacular, but can I say, with a t-shirt, the t-shirt could fade. With the name, mentioning the name, it could be over. Is there anything I could show? I was once an investor, or I was once sponsoring this foundation. What can I prove?
Yeah, the foundation gives citations to our sponsors. We give valuable citations that sponsors can paste in their offices, their business places, to show that they are really partnered with our foundation and that they have been of great help to us. That's what we do.
Thank you. Last question. This question is very important to me. Why do you think the government should help NGOs?
Well, interesting question. Government is dealing with a lot. There are so many things that government can't handle alone. Government needs to spread its arms. And some of the things that government can just spread funds, and then allow the NGOs to operate are some of the things that we are doing now. Government must help the foundations to establish its core values. Why? Because they help to build a society. They look at places that government's eyes can reach. So the NGOs are also governmental they are in a way helping government to achieve its goal. Right now we have the goal that eradicating poverty by the whole West Africa. We want to eradicate poverty. And one of the ways is through this. If the government want to achieve that goal, the government must come to the aid of all foundations to help the government to achieve such a goal.
Hakim is from the northern sector of our country. He is the PRO of Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation. Hakim, tell me how you see this foundation in the next 2 years.
Yes, talking about Sheikh's Orphan Aid, we are exceptional in our works. Looking at where we started from and where we are now, it tells you that we have a lot of projects that we have to impact onto the lives of people. So as we've started, that's not just the end. We are going to move forward, and we have more projects that we have to embark on. So these projects we are just started on, that is not just the end. We are going to go on, more projects will come on to impact the lives of people and to also to see to it that people are empowered, either in a skill or maybe what they are passionate about.
Okay. Can you give me some few partners you've been able to contact in the northern region as to promote the beneficiaries?
Yes, we got in contact with Nazi Creations, who is into bead making and as well a makeup company. Yes, and through our interaction with them, we've realized that they've developed interest in it, and it's also their will to also give back to society and help people as well. So they've embraced it and they are willing to give us the needed support that we need.
Okay. How do you see the government helping the NGOs?
With respect to that, I see that it's quite low. We are not seeing it that much. If there's any fund the government should give to the NGOs, then it should come faster, because all NGOs have the kind of works they do. And if the funding doesn't come earlier, it will affect them one way or the other. So I'm just pleading to the government that they should try as much as possible. The NGOs cannot do it alone. They seek funds from the general public and just few donors. So if they come on board to support us, the NGOs will surely do what is expected of them. So we are just pleading to the government. They should come to our aid and do what is.
With regards to what happened here today, can you tell us some few projects the NGO has already taken up?
Last year was a 1 student, 1 bag, and then this year is agric building capacity.
Thank you for being here. It's a great honor to see you here. Please, can you tell us your relation to Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation?
Okay, Shakes has been my friend and a big brother to me since school. Yeah, and recently we were all in the States and he told me about his foundation. Yeah, initially one at Kumasi. So coming home and he said there's going to be a lunch for the Accra branch. So I can't do without coming. So I came to support him.
How do you hear about Sheikh's Foundation in the States?
Okay, mostly it's on social media. First, I saw it on Facebook before he even told me about it. Yeah, so once we got into contact, I asked him about it, and yeah, then it happens. We had to look on YouTube for the good work he's been doing and everything.
Would you recommend this foundation to any beneficiary?
Yeah, sure. Because then knowing what they started in Kumasi, looking at the children, giving them books and scholarship and everything. So I urged my friends, and we were supposed to come, but then due to the time and all, they couldn't make it. But then we're hoping on your next program, then we will all show up and support.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Daddy, for your presence. Your presence has meant a lot to us today. And we want to ask you some few questions. How do you see the foundation?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very effective. Look at what had happened here today. And the organization and the program has been a very successful one. Why am I saying this? If I look at the people I have mobilized in this eastern region, so far about 800 youth are waiting for them to come and then, start interviewing them and then see how soon they can start their training. I'm talking about trainees. Besides that, we have other partners who are going to give the training. We have the hairdressers, we have the dressmaking, we have the shoemakers, we have the welders. A lot of them are waiting for them to come. This is a very young organization, and then I think they are well organized, and we look forward to a very successful program.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay, how do you see the government helping these NGOs?
I have not, gone to any NGO's office to see how the government is helping them. I think the government has its own organization that they support. I don't think the individual ones are getting any support from the government.
So, is it fair that the government is not focusing on private NGOs?
They may have their own reason, so I can't question the government.
We thank you. We thank you so much for honoring this invitation, and we hope that the Eastern chapter would grow bigger and bigger. Thank you.
Thank you.
How did you get to know about this Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation?
Okay, I'll start by mentioning my name and the position I held over there. Okay, I'm Samu Chumbwedu, and currently I'm the IT manager of Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation, Kumasi. Okay, actually it was a friend of mine, Dominic. Yeah, I'm in the same school with him, so he told me about Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation, and he told me everything about the Orphan Aid Foundation. So I was much interested, so I contacted the CEO, and I told him that I'm interested in what you're doing. So he gave me a message that I can come to the office and take a registration form, and I did that.
During your registration, did you encounter any difficulties?
Oh, no, no. It was just very, 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 very simple. Because I just went there, told them that I'm this person and I have this message to come over here, pick a form, and then fill out my details. So it was that simple.
Is the registration or the membership limited to some category of people?
No, from what I know, I can say that it's open to all. We don't have any limitation as to the person who is coming is how to be this or how to be that. So it's open to all.
According to the models in the project, that is the agri and capacity building, right? There's software programming, and I know software programming and graphic designing has been a difficult task to accomplish. How do you think these street children could cope with those things?
Okay, that's why it's a gradual process. We don't take one day to teach them all that, but we take them through the steps. So it's a very much gradual process. So we teach them the basics, then after that we teach them how the whole thing works. So that's what I can say about
You
it.
see, it's been a rumor that the social world, the internet world, is destroying our children of late. So how do you think teaching these people much about the internet is going to bring good name to your foundation?
Okay, it's a very nice question. What I can say is one thing about the internet is it contains bad things and also good things. And I myself, being an IT person, I consider through the internet it has helped me a lot because there are some things I learned through the social media platforms and on YouTube. So by teaching them those ways, I think we are really helping them by not causing any loss or any loss to our cause over here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Ernest Ahambali Kofi, the Sheikh's Orphan Aid Foundation Voter Chapter PRO. And for a PRO, you need to stand in for the foundation. When somebody may ask about what the foundation is about, you try to give the person the details of the foundation. Yeah.
You are saying you are the spokesperson of this foundation in the voter chapter, and how is the project? How is the capacity building project ongoing in the voter sector?
Okay, the capacity building for this year, which is the project for this year, we as a chapter in Volta region are putting in much effort as the foundation stands in to help the less privileged or people who are school dropouts and are ready to go in for vocational training. We try to talk to people, partners, who will be able to get these kids and train them for vocational courses that will help them get a personal gain and be able to reach out to more less people.
I can see this whole work, it's not easy. So, can you tell me any challenges you have encountered as you started this program?
Okay, thank you. As a project or capacity building project, we actually encounter a lot of difficulties because getting to trainers or partners to talk to them to train people for free and at a long run they are going to benefit all right, but as the training goes you need to be willing to train these people. So getting that, we actually encounter some problem because the partners, they were like, okay, they need this, they need it, but the document or the criteria for getting those people is to train them freely and at the long run they are going to benefit even though the work moves on.
Okay, there were suggestions about financing what shows the accountability. So, how, as you heard here today, what are you going to do in your chapter to provide accountability and transparency?
Okay, thank you. Accountability and transparency is one major key that holds on a foundation. For that matter, we have a very dedicated financial secretary and a secretary in which anything that will be done in the voter chapter, they will be documented, they will take records of it so that when there is time for accountability, we can be able to give accounts. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. We are hoping to hear much from the voter sector. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Dennis. Actually, I'm a visitor. I came to, support the NGO for their good work.
How did you hear of the NGO?
Okay, the founder is my friend and he invited me for the program, so I decided to come and see what they are doing. Even though I've been observing their works from afar and I commend them for what they are doing. So when he invited me, I decided to take this opportunity to come and witness it myself. So I'm here to witness the work that they've been doing for some months now to myself.
Can you tell me how you've seen them, how you would congratulate them so far?
Actually, they are doing a great job and I commend them for the initiative that they've taken. Even though we have a lot of NGOs in the country, but the line that they've thrown is different from what Shakes is doing. Looking at the educational tour, sharing of books and helping the less privileged from poverty is not something that is easy because when you talk about poverty, a lot of money has to go through or a lot of empowerment has to go in there to get people out of poverty. So when you get an NGO doing such, you need to encourage them and give them the necessary support to do a lot.
Ene area da wasede eba be pray ha na ye bisa de ene ebae no Jumedi ben na be hu wa ha.
Oh na de nsomani agibebre jumedi na modie no eye ni so some be boa community no and the nation no ye ni so bebre sanse shake orphanage for na dikan kra be hu minima kasa de da esen kwa na mo street so no be so mo boa bi for so be sua adwuma ntia so ye gitum se omunya kwara do mbanya bia no ye so be gibi na akiro mo adwuma sasa nkwana na street so ne betimi akoya amro ba da chen ya no be san twom ba be wia yen nsi ye so e boam ne yom free street so a be boam ma adwuma ni o man mu no akofo me nkwana na mo na street so so nya adwuma ye ada chen mo sa komano enya school nkwana ye ade nyina enya kwanya ne bia nko school no but ye so bi boa ye yesu adwuma we du mpempenso bi aboen bebre
Pacha na o adwuma be na ye
me electric weather.
Okay, inti ye hwe nipa sen na obetimi afa.
Actually, we nipa 10 background metimi a train you
Na mi bisa nipa 10 no wo be train you keke ana se Oh, be mom aduane di because some ka say your friend is saying the nipa bro na wa chiro ejuma nipa no onye aduane ndi o ye de nsu ejuma even though mate say omo be mom bibi kakra but se nipa ne mben wa omo baby omo beda ene de keka ho nyina ene so be ni
actually said a training kwala wa adwuma mu no ohwe Ghana ha na akwara asu adwuma a ofuna ofo nche ba omo fe se omo ja life ama no omo ni akwara na chi bi mo mma no chopo ne bia but omo binya beduru a ye ne hwe kwan fa so ye feeding kwala no mutimi ka adwuma no musua bon kwara no bebide omo ho a omo ba e minimum ma wo fokora but ma je omo me kire omo adwuma e kon fa so mu didi e se de me didi ne sa no mo fa so mo so de e se me mo so aduane nti me jin kwala se de orphanage fo ye bi a me nyu bi eska.
Okay, as you heard from the people, they are here to help eradicate poverty. Their vision is to make a hunger-free Africa, and their vision is to serve the people in their poorest communities. Let's all help and make this a reality. Thank you.
See the children walk around with no food to eat. Those who don't get the best to eat. Babies on the bread, mommies don't breastfeed. Surely we can do.
Shakes Orphanage Foundation, bridging the gap of poverty